James Fox gives us an update on his situation and a whole lot more. It's time for another UFO News Roundup, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, James Fox says late payments or no payments. This is not me saying this. Filmmakers take legal action against 1091 Pictures for late payments, and he links to an article by Variety. It's important to note that he says, this is not me saying this. It sounds like he may be under some sort of gag order or something. Something is preventing him from openly speaking about what is going on. Maybe he was afraid of retribution or being sued. But yeah, according to Variety, and this article is from December 20th, filmmakers take legal action against Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment as it faces cash flow issues. A number of directors are pursuing litigation against the digital indie film distributor 1091 Pictures for failing to make promised revenue-sharing payments after selling their films to the platform, now owned by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. Helmers are scrambling to reclaim distribution rights to their work out of fear that 1091 Pictures' parent company could declare bankruptcy. So that seems to be what is going on with the James Fox situation. He's one of my favorite filmmakers out there. His movie Out of the Blue was a huge foundational movie for me when I was coming to grips with the UFO reality. And I'm sure that many others have felt the same way about his more modern movie, The Phenomenon. In his movie Moment of Contact, we got this wonderful glimpse of a fascinating and overlooked UFO encounter where there are actually live beings wandering around a town. So I love James Fox. I hope he's able to resolve this and to get paid so he can continue with his amazing career, bringing us fascinating information. I love you, James. I hope it all works out. But what, you ask, is going on with the Japanese UFO hearing? I mean, come on. Geez, I was so excited for this hearing, and so far, crickets. Now, by the time you see this video, maybe we will have heard something. And if, when that information comes out, I will probably do a special video just on it. Hopefully there's enough to do a video on. This is Nazca Mummies, retweeted or screen grab by R. Olson. Mexico hearing has been invited to participate in the UAP information session in Japan on the 20th of December. So where is this? This individual says, can I see this live on the internet? And Nazca Mummy says they haven't given the exact link yet, but it will be on the site. Nazca Mummies also says, yes, a government official was supposed to provide me a live feed. Haven't heard back yet. If I do, I will update you. And of course I say I've been looking for it too, and so far I haven't seen it at the time of this recording, but again, hopefully it will be out by the time you see this, and I will have a lot more to say about it when that happens. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I have heard it's more of a briefing and less of an actual hearing, as in Mexico. But, we'll see what we see when we see it. In other news, Tim Burchett is saying that even if the Schumer-Rounds Amendment had passed, he wouldn't have expected actual UFO disclosure. Here is him saying, having some comments, I think actually before the word had come out about the UFO amendment.
You're offering this amendment to the NDAA. If it passes, if it's accepted, what would we see here in the coming months or possibly years, do you suppose?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing, because you're asking a group to do something. All of a sudden, they've lied to us, like I said, since 1947.
Why do you suppose they're lying to us?
Because it's control. I mean, it's about control, it's about money, it's about power, and that's what runs this town.
Congressman
It's about control, it's about money, it's about power, says Tim Burchett, and that's probably largely true. However, there does seem to be some deeper motivations and agendas behind the UFO control group, if indeed they are working with the beings, as it seems like they probably are. And I've reported on evidences of that several times on the channel. Then there's more going on than simply money and power, unless it's simply money and power that the beings have promised people. However, It's also possible that the UFO control group believes they are working for some sort of higher cause, and they believe what they are doing is right. But either way, Tim says that even if the Schumer-Rounds Amendment had passed in the most robust fashion possible, that he wouldn't have expected actual UFO disclosure or for anything to change. What do you guys think? Is that right? Is that not right? Personally, I'm excited for some of the information that we might get now that a neutered version of the amendment has been passed. The idea that anything older than 25 years old, any UFO report that was made 25 years ago or more will be released. I find that extremely exciting. I love the idea of actually getting the Roswell files, but he's probably right. We probably wouldn't get it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Meanwhile, Think Tank is talking about a giant buried UFO. And she quotes, or he quotes, the head of the Wave Dynamics Lab at the Institute of Applied Mathematics of the Russian Academy of Sciences claims there is a cylindrical object in the crater according to their research. And that is the crater in question. She says, or he says, there is likely a 600 meter elongated UFO about 100 meters below the radioactive Potomsky crater in Siberia. What do you think? Is there a giant UFO under that crater? Is that what created that crater? At a depth of 100 meters below the Potomsky crater is a huge cylinder, object eclipse shape. Object sizes are enormous, 600 meters. He struck the limestone of rocks, squeezing more than 1 million tons of stones. It lies at a depth of 100 meters from the surface. And Think Tank links to a range of supporting videos. I will let you check those out at your leisure. But yeah, check that out. There could be a giant UFO buried under this crater. Isn't that juicy? Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson is talking about the spiritual connection or component of UFOs.
It's my personal belief, based on a fair amount of evidence, that they're not aliens. They've always been here. And I do think it's spiritual. That's my view.
Okay, it's spiritual and they've always been here, Tucker says. And I don't care if you dislike Tucker or not, he has been huge for ufology. He's the one that made it acceptable for mainstream anchors to talk about UFOs, on mainstream news media. And so he has been an invaluable resource and, a good, for the good to the UFO community. And now I wonder if he's going to make it mainstream for others to talk about the spiritual connection between UFOs. David Grush has also said that, and now that's out in the mainstream. I'm really interested to see if this more metaphysical consciousness aspect of UFOs will enter the mainstream. That's what I've seen from my own research and experience. Some of this stuff is nuts and bolts, but a lot of it isn't. And I love the idea that the woo-woo stuff could really get out there to a big audience. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And, if possible, try not to, get political. Let's just stick to the information that UFOs might be metaphysical or consciousness-based or even spiritual. And let me know what you think about that message getting out to the general public. Meanwhile, Christopher Sharp is saying that Sean Kirkpatrick's days with AARO are not in the rearview mirror, not as much as we might think or would like anyway. Chris says, new from the DoD's Susan Goff regarding the lovely Sean Kirkpatrick, now at Oak Ridge National Lab, when asked whether he will continue advising the AARO. The department will continue to leverage Dr. Kirkpatrick's expertise as needed and available as an unpaid consultant. So at least he's not getting paid, I guess. Oh my God. Why is AARO continuing to associate with Sean Kirkpatrick? That's not a good look, AARO. It's really not, and it doesn't bode well for the future. I, would like to think that without Sean Kirkpatrick there, AARO could evolve into something, more appropriate, more what it's supposed to be and was originally intended to be. But you know, if he's still in the picture, it's hard to see how that could happen. But, you know, who knows? I'm the eternal optimist. But let me know what you think about that development in the comments below. Meanwhile, check this out. In other news, there's a cool UFO sighting. The latest UFO from Elizondo, Chile. It changes directions mid-flight. Check it out. All right, there it is again in slower motion. And sure enough, it is changing direction. Probably not an asteroid. It's not a raccoon. Could that have some mundane explanation? I don't know. It looks pretty juicy. It looks pretty solid. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that is a solid UFO sighting, but you know, it's certainly not a satellite. It's not a plane. It's not a helicopter. Could it be a drone? I guess anything is possible, but to me, that looks like a UFO, guys. You know, is it one of ours? Is it one of theirs? I don't know. I don't know, but I love it. You know, South America is a very active area, and it probably has been for a long time. And yeah, so it's not surprising to see a UFO there. You know, in Mexico, they get the flotillas of UFOs, where they'll have hundreds of UFOs flying over the sky in some sort of formation. It's crazy. It's crazy how different parts of the world get different activity. But there you go. There you go. A cool UFO. So let me know what you think. Last but not least, Claus links to this audio interview with Tom DeLonge and George Knapp. Now, it's a long interview, and I'm just not going to play it because there's no visuals, but I just wanted to give you a little snippet of what Tom DeLonge had to say. He says he was told by his sources, and we all know that Tom DeLonge has good sources, not that they always give him accurate information, but he was told they have been mining on the moon for 30 years. So let me know what you think. Have they been mining on the moon for 30 years? Is that possible? Is that going on right now? Are there moon miners up right now mining the moon? I love it. It's a fun story. So let me know what you think about that and all the other news items covered today in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos so you don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Discord links are below. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in an even bigger way, please grab a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store, or consider becoming a channel member, because channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.